Suppressors have really gained a lot of interest and popularity with the recent changes in the law starting in January. Will not need the federal tax stamp, or it will be reimbursed. You know, the real question is why are people interested in suppressors? Well, the obvious, it doesn't blow your ears out. It doesn't make everybody unhappy to shoot around you at the range. It makes hunting much more enjoyable, doesn't scare away the game as much, doesn't, you know, especially if you're sitting in a blind where that sound is coming around, it just makes shooting a whole lot more enjoyable. Now, if you're not familiar with suppressors, real quick, you know, they're called silencers, but that's sort of a misnomer, okay? They're not completely silent. Now, if you're shooting subsonic, they are really quiet, but subsonic ammo is really not so good for hunting or much of anything, you know, special forces. But as far as target shooting and hunting, it brings the decibels down enough where sometimes you don't need hearing protection. I usually do. Dead Air has got a lot of suppressors out there. I was able to get a hold of 3 of them, the Nomax 33, the Mojave 45, and I have their new Sandman X. What I want to do is I want to test this on a variety of guns, bolt action, semi-auto. Most of it is going to be supersonic. You know, this is a 6.5 Creedmoor. I've got a 300 Win Mag, 308. You just don't shoot really subsonic in those. I don't even know that you have subsonic and 300 Win Mag. You know, so the real point is how many decibels does it bring down? I am going to try my 6.5 Creedmoor without Ear Pro. I just want to see, you know, does it make my ears ring? How loud is it? Anyway, check it out. I've got 5.56, 300 Blackout, 308, 6.5 Creedmoor, 300 Win Mag will show you suppressed and unsuppressed. Hey guys, I'm Drew Case from Beyond Seclusion, bringing you the reviews directly here to Gun.Deals. Now, if you're not familiar with Gun.Deals, it's a website where you go share and find some of the best prices out there on guns, shooting accessories. Now, they don't sell anything, okay? They don't sell anything. They simply provide links to the clearances and the discounts and the best deals out there that you can find. I use it all the time. I use it to price shop. I use it for my crazy, stupid deals. Anyway, if you're watching this, you're already here. I like them. I think you'll want to continue to check them out. I'm Drew Case. Welcome to Beyond Seclusion, where I only give you honest product reviews. That's the point, guys. A product reviews, that means no podium, no pulpit, and certainly no politics, because it is a product review. If you want the politics, there's a lot of other places to go. Let's just jump right into it. I want to show you the specs and text so you can see what the Sandman X is, and then we'll just get to shooting. Quick, just show you a few things with the Sandman. So you have several different options for the adapters. I have the 3-prong adapter, and they just screw in there. Now, we can also do a direct thread. Whoops, went the wrong way. So here's the direct thread. Now this is the 1/2 by 28 for my 5.56, and we can simply take this part out and then direct thread, and you can also then do that for the 308 calibers. And then here's just the 3-prong adapters. I've got this mounted on a couple of guns, and then we'll put it on a 5.56. Let's go see. Okay, so I got the 6.5 Creedmoor here, and guys, I almost always wear Ear Pro, even when I'm shooting suppressed. In fact, I do. Once in a while, you know, if a coon or a bobcat or something is out in the chicken coop, yeah, no, I won't take the time to put on the Ear Pro, especially if it's suppressed. What I want to do now is I want to fire this 6.5 Creedmoor without Ear Pro and see if it makes my ears ring. I don't think that it will. I feel pretty confident, but there is a pressure difference, and a lot of times that makes my ears uncomfortable, which is why I wear the Ear Pro, not necessarily because it makes them ring. So let's just, we'll test this once, probably, and see. Okay, here we go. Okay, fully transparent, my ears are not ringing. Okay, it did actually make the supersonic crack. It was a little bit louder than I thought it might be without Ear Pro. When you have Ear Pro on, it seems like, wow, that is really crazy, stupid quiet. But I didn't have any discomfort in my ears whatsoever with shooting that. Am I still going to wear Ear Pro if I'm out on a range day with this? Yeah, but much to my surprise, no discomfort, no ringing. I was heading inside and I was trying to think about how to relate that. Actually, what that sounded like to my ears is like when you shoot a .22 long rifle unsuppressed. It had that crack. I don't think .22 rifles ever made my ears ring. But you definitely, when you're on the range for the day, you want to wear Ear Pro. As I'm sitting here shooting these groups, I'm noticing it's got a lot more recoil than normal. And I thought, well, maybe that's just me. You know, I'm shooting, I had shoulder surgery in May. It's because I took the tank brake off and I'm using the adapter because we're going to put suppressor on. But anyway, if you don't have a suppressor, you're definitely going to want to leave that tank brake on. It makes it a whole lot more enjoyable to shoot. Now let's try 5-shot groups with my Sandman. Okay, so I got my Ruger RPR 6.5 Creedmoor here. We have the 3-prong adapter on the end. Let's just see what we can do at 500 yards. Okay, now let's try it with a suppressor. So I got an AR-10, I got a 3-prong adapter, 308. So I'm working on a review for IWI's Caramel. Let's try this as a 5.56. Let's try this unsuppressed and then suppressed. Okay, now remember Sandman, this is a 30 cal, so it's not going to be as quiet as it possibly could with a dedicated 5.56 can, but we'll see. Wow, it's quiet. Man, guys, for a 5.56, that is actually really quiet. Let's just try that at 100. Oh, that's awesome. That's loud. Okay, I don't have an adjustable gas block on this. May have a few feed issues, but we'll find out subsonic. It's pretty quiet. And then well, there you go, guys. I hope that this answered all of your questions, provided the information that you were looking for. I'm really not sure what else I could show you or do. Decibel readers are notoriously unreliable, especially the cheap ones like I got on my phone with apps, and they showed like 10 decibels difference. And I can tell you it's more than 10. It's a lot more than 10. But anyway, if you like this, if it was helpful, come check me out on Rumble and YouTube under Beyond Seclusion. Until next time on Gun.Deals, happy shooting. Remember, educate our young people to shooting and gun safety. And guys, every time that we're shooting, that makes you an ambassador for the Second Amendment, and we need good ambassadors right now for the Second Amendment. So don't be stupid. Be a safe and responsible gun owner.